What's up everybody, we are back with another exotic weapons and catalyst video, and this one is on the Sleeper Simulant exotic linear fusion rifle, which is a solar power weapon. So let's get to those perks. The first perk is polygonal rifling. It's a barrel optimized for recoil reduction, so increased stability. The second perk is flared magwell. It's optimized for fast reloading, so it slightly increases the stability and greatly increases the reload speed. The origin trait is moving target. It has increased movement speed and target acquisition when moving while aiming down sights. The next perk is composite stock. This weapon has a versatile dual purpose stock, so it slightly increases stability and handling speed, and then a kill tracker for PvE and PvP. This weapon's intrinsic trait, which I'm probably going to mispronounce, is Dornröschen. This weapon's laser over-penetrates enemies and refracts off hard surfaces, so it's basically like ricochet rounds. When it hits a surface, it's going to bounce off them. Now as for the exotic catalyst, it increases the ammo reserves by a +2, and it speeds up the weapon charge time by a +75. And that's good because this is a linear fusion rifle, so you have to hold down that trigger to charge up a shot, and having that sped up charge time means you can get off shots quicker. Now, how to obtain the Sleeper Simulant exotic linear fusion rifle. So a brief history of Sleeper Simulant in Destiny before I get into how to obtain it in Destiny 2 today. Sleeper Simulant goes back to year 2 of Destiny 1, as it was originally added to that game with the Taken King expansion in September 2015. And back then there was this big mystery about how to obtain the weapon, but it turned out to be a quest where you had to collect these Golden Age relics and then do some more steps, and eventually you got a weapon frame that you turned into Banshee 44 to obtain Sleeper Simulant. And if you loaded up Destiny 1 today, you could actually still go back and do that quest to get Sleeper Simulant in Destiny 1. Now back in Destiny 1, there was not a linear fusion rifle weapon type. There were only fusion rifles, so Sleeper Simulant was a heavy fusion rifle in Destiny 1. Fast forward to Destiny 2, and it added that linear fusion rifle weapon type, so when Sleeper Simulant got added to Destiny 2, it was made a heavy linear fusion rifle. But Sleeper was not added along with Destiny 2's launch in September 2017. Instead, Sleeper Simulant was added to Destiny 2 with the Warmind expansion in May 2018, and that was the second expansion of the game, but it was a small one, and it's been recategorized as Season 3 of the game. And just like in Destiny 1, to originally get Sleeper Simulant in Destiny 2, you had to complete an exotic quest, but you first had to complete the Warmind campaign before you could start that quest. And this quest involved using the original versions of the Aikilos weapons from that Warmind expansion, as well as doing the Escalation Protocol public event on Mars. You also had to open 15 sleeper nodes located across Mars, and then the final step was to complete a strike on Mars called the Will of the Thousands to obtain Sleeper Simulant. Now, because of the content vaulting that happened with the Beyond Light expansion in November 2020, the Mars destination was removed from the game, which means the original way to obtain Sleeper is no longer doable. So to obtain Sleeper Simulant in Destiny 2 today, you'll load into the tower and go to the Monument to Lost Lights, which is the exotic archive, and you will go under the Red War exotics, which was year 1 of the game, and you will find Sleeper right here. It will cost you 1 exotic cipher, 125,000 glimmer, 200 legendary shards, and 1 ascendant shard. Now as for Sleeper Simulant's exotic catalyst, originally it was a random drop from completing encounters within the prestige version of the Leviathan Spire of Stars raid layer, which was the raid for the Warmind expansion. And a raid layer was just a smaller raid that took place in another part of the location of Destiny 2's original Leviathan raid, and the prestige version was just a harder version, kind of like how we have normal and master versions of raids now. But after you obtained the catalyst, to originally upgrade it was a bit tricky and a lot more of a grind than other catalysts. So the original way to upgrade it was to get lots and lots of kills while having the Aikilos shotgun, sniper rifle, and submachine guns equipped. Specifically, it was 1,000 each with the shotgun and sniper rifle, and 2,000 with the submachine gun. You also had to open the Oracle chest in the heroic version of the Whisper exotic mission, and then finally defeat 500 enemies with Sleeper Simulant. And the Catalyst was also affected by that content vaulting with Beyond Light because the Spire of Stars raid and Jupiter's Moon Io, which is where the Whisper mission was located, were also removed from the game. So the Catalyst also got a new source, but that new source didn't become available until Season 13, Season of the Chosen in February 2021, and that was the second season of Beyond Light, or year 4 of the game. So to obtain the Sleeper Simulant Catalyst today, it is a random drop from completing Nightfalls, which can be done at any difficulty. Once you obtain the Catalyst, to upgrade it, it only takes 300 kills with Sleeper Simulant. Much easier than its original way. So to recap the video, to obtain the Sleeper Simulant Exotic Linear Fusion Rifle, it is purchased from the Exotic Archive in the tower, and it is found under the Red War Exotics. To obtain its Exotic Catalyst, it is a random drop from completing Nightfalls at any difficulty, and then to upgrade the Catalyst, it takes 300 kills using Sleeper Simulant. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like down below. Also make sure to subscribe because I have other videos like this available, and I'll see you in one of my other ones.